Hey everybody, hey everybody. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight on Wednesday. I was supposed to come on. I was supposed to come on yesterday, but I had a coaching call. I like to get all my nuggets I can. Hey Nikki on Instagram. Oh, let me hold on, let me get my other group up right quick. Hope everybody's having a nice night tonight. Hope everybody had a good day today. Up right quick. Hold on. I'm so excited, guys, tonight for the topic. I am so excited for the topic tonight. Because I know people probably experiencing parental issues, parent issues, and all that. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about that tonight. Hold on, I don't seem to can't see. Oops. Hold on, I just need to share it to a couple of my groups. I hope everybody is well today. Share it to your pages. I know somebody needs to hear this if they have children or if if they have parents or if they had issues with their parents. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. I think I got it all shared out to who I need to share it to. So let's get started, guys. I am so excited. I am so excited to be here. Today is October the 13th. We will never get another October the 13th. So just be glad that you're in this day, because a lot of the way the world is set up now, we don't even know if we're gonna be here from the one disease to the next disease. So I'm just glad that we're here. I'm glad that we're able to connect to everybody. So I'm excited. If you do not know me, I am LaSheila Holmes. I'm a mother. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a minister. I'm an author. I'm a health and wealth coach. I minister. My specialty is single mothers, because I am a single mother. I've been a single mother for a long time. So I know what it is to be a single mother. I know what it is to be a mother and a daughter. So I just, the things that I teach you guys on and teach you guys about, I've been through it myself. I'm just not up here just rabbing at the mouth. God has blessed me. God has blessed me tremendously to get over things. God have just blessed me. So I want to be a blessing to others to get over some trauma, to get over things in their life, because people is right now what we're going through. Everybody don't know what we're going through. People are losing loved ones. People are losing children. People are losing. So guys, share it out to your pages. You might know somebody everybody knows somebody that needs to hear this. Everybody needs to be healed from a relationship. We're talking about parent issues tonight. If you're a parent or somebody that needs to hear this, that got some children, we're talking about parent issues tonight. We're talking about children. We're talking about parents. We're talking about you. Yes, you. If you showed up, we're talking about you. We're talking about myself. These are things that I done overcame. These are things that I done seen and God done brought me through. This is stuff that we need to talk about. People are not talking about it. People don't even want to pay $2 to go to counseling. So they think they gonna get fixed by themselves. That's not how it's set up. Because if you can get fixed by yourself, you would already be fixed. That's just not how it's set up. You're going to have to go get some help. You're going to have to go get some help. You're going to have to get some therapy. You're going to have to read some books. You're going to have to listen to some videos. You need some help, sis. Bro, you need some help. You can't fix this by yourself. No, there's no drugs that can fix it. There's no alcohol that can fix it. Your mama can't fix it, because I'm for sure if she could fix it, she would have fixed it a long time ago. Your daddy can't fix it. It's going to take some people from the outside to come in and show, okay, look, this is what you need. This is what you need to do. Go this way. Try this. Do this. You're going to need somebody outside the box to come try to give you some help. Everybody in the circle want to give you help, but everybody in the circle doing the same thing and getting the same results. So let's dig into it tonight. Parent issues. First thing I want to talk about, I was talking to a young gentleman, one of my son's friends, and I was talking to him this weekend. We got on the subject of Black history, and the topic he was saying, oh, they took Black histories out of school. But I'm just gonna be real honest to you, because I'm very blunt. I'm a defender personality, a defender. We outspoken, we blunt, we are very outspoken. So I'm just gonna keep it real. I am 43 years old. I graduated in 1997, and I can tell you Black history was that big in our book. So why they saying they taking Black history out of the schools, that's not so. It never really been in the schools. But I'm gonna tell you where I learned Black history and learned about slavery and learned about my people is in college, in which a lot of us don't go to college because the white people say put it in a book because they're not going to read it. A lot of us didn't go to college, so therefore they wouldn't even be able to get an education on what slavery is. So when I was talking to him about they shouldn't have took that out. But to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, parents, because we're talking about this is the parent section of the series. Parents, quit expecting somebody else to teach your children what you did not learn. We can't expect for us to get up as minorities, Black and brown people, and send our children to white schools, and they're gonna teach them about our culture. It's supposed to start at home. It's supposed to start at home, even if you didn't go to college, because it was never in schools. Black history was never in schools, y'all. It was that big. 20-something years ago, for me, it was that big in the history books. Slaves, yes, slave owners, then we done with it. It didn't go into deep detail. It didn't go none of that. So we can't expect to put, we want to send our kids to daycare. Y'all teach them how to potty train. Hey, Alicia, you potty train my kids. Teach them this, teach them that. No, you need to teach your own kids. That's part of being a parent. You need to teach your own children. Because your children, you're supposed to be your children's hero. Parents are supposed to be your children's hero. So what are you teaching your children? It's not up to them to teach your children. It's not up to them to teach your children. You're supposed to teach your own children. I'm saying this as a single mother of 4 children, and my oldest is 25. He's a boy, and I have 3 girls, and the youngest is supposed to be 13 this Friday. I was a single parent on Section 8 and welfare. Y'all on Section 8 and y'all on welfare, and y'all get this housing for free, and all y'all do is sit up on y'all butts and want to look at a dude. Chase a dude and smoke some weed. No, you need to be in there teaching your kids. You need to be in there teaching your children. I know you didn't make it, sis. I know you dropped out of school, but pick up a book and teach your children. That's how you bond with your children. That's how you communicate with your children. It's a lack of communication. The Bible says people perish for the lack of knowledge. That means that people are dying off because they're dumb and they're stupid. I hate to say that. It's a lack of knowledge. It's being dumb, stupid, and being ignorant. It's dumb and stupid, but to be ignorant is to know that you can get help and don't want to get help. That's ignorant. That's a form of ignorance. We have to teach our own children, and it starts with us. So I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna dig deep into this. It starts with us. It starts with us. So if we can't teach our children Black history, we can't teach our children anything else. What are we teaching our children? And all of it's not your fault. All of it is not your fault. I'm just gonna be honest. All of it is not your fault. You was taught. What you teaching your children, your mom and daddy taught you. But we in a society now, we have let our children down. We have dropped the ball on our children. It's a lot of children that could be so successful, but we dropped the ball as parents because some of us was too busy partying in our 20s and 30s. Now we looked up in our 40s and our kids are half grown. Now we want to party with our children. Some of us didn't get it and mad at our children. Some of us, you know, back, let's take it. That's just the new generation I'm talking about. My generation, my generation, and the generation after me, children. We dropped the ball on our children because we missed it. We got it late. The resources didn't come in time. But you always can turn it around. You always can turn it around. You always can turn it around. We failed our children because our parents failed us because their parents failed them. I'm going to say that again. We failed our children. Our parents failed us. Their parents failed them. It's generational curses. Why do you think so many Black and brown people get on here saying they have to get it out the mud? Why do you think so many Black and brown people get on here and say the struggle is real? Why do you hear that? It's because we had to go make something happen that never happened in our family. I'm the first millionaire in my family claiming it. I'm the first generational curse breaker in my family claiming it and doing that. Somebody have to do it. Because if not, we're going to look up and be where our parents are on Social Security, sick, obese, high blood pressure, sugar, diabetes. If we look up, we'll be where our parents are. Some of your parents want to be successful. Some of your parents probably not. But you look up, more than likely, if you do not change your mindset over time as you grow, as you get older, wherever your parents are, that's where you're going to end up. We're going to get on into this thing. We're going to get on into this thing. I wrote a book. It's called From a Poverty Mindset to a Wealthy Mindset. I have some chapters in here that I use in this course, in this series. One of the chapters, I got a couple of chapters for the children. If you're a parent, you probably need to get this book. I got a couple chapters for the children, and most of it's for adults. You know, I'm tired of my kids. Sometimes you get tired of your kids. So, you know, then I got another chapter called How to Communicate with Your Children. That's the one we're going to go over tonight. And you're 18, get out. We're going to go over how to communicate with your children, because we need to learn how to communicate with our children. Because if we don't learn how to communicate with our children the way we communicate with our children going to communicate to their children that same way. We got to break the cycle some kind of way. We got to get our kids, because when we gone, we're gone. We're gone. So we have to teach our children, you know, because our parents did the best they can. So if you still have parental issues, those people did the best they can. They was raised by slaves. Therefore, they have a slave mentality. So whatever they could give you, that's all that they can give you. In order to understand, in order to have a relationship with your parents, you have to know their story. Just like when you get a dude, just like when you get a woman, you want to know his story. Oh, where did he went to school, and how was he? Where did he like to hang out, and what kind of cologne or perfume she wore? Same way same way you court a man or a woman. That's how you have to do your parents. You got to go back and ask questions. Okay, how was your mother and your father? How did they treat you? Because sometimes we get older and don't know why we are. And we got to go back and figure it out. That's why when you go to the doctor, they give you a sheet and they say, okay, on your mother's side of the family and your father's side of the family, what kind of, do they have any diseases and heart attacks and lung diseases, kidney? They want to know to see, did you pick that up, or was it hereditary? Did you pick that up through your bloodline? And that's what you got to do with your parents. You got to pick some of that's dysfunctional up in your bloodline so you'll know where to stop it at. Let me give you an example. Because back then, people don't talk about slavery because nobody don't know, because you don't read. That's something that you got to get books. You got to read and read and read. And if you don't like to read, you just can't get it. Well, I'm just going to be honest. Where homosexuality came from is when the slave owners used to go with the slaves, go with those men. And then that what brought the homosexuality in to the culture, into our culture, into they didn't know nothing about it. But then once they start bringing those spirits in and they start molesting each other, they start molesting they daughters, the uncles start molesting their nieces and everything. And once you start molestation, that carries the homosexual spirit. And you want to know why sometimes in your family or somebody in your family is a homosexual is because somebody is one of your parents' bloodlines. They had molestation in it. And it's just a generational curse. It's some things that we don't know what to pray for until it's too late. Until it's too late. Some things that we can see and some things that we can't see is because we don't know how to communicate. And when you do not know how to communicate, you hold grudges against somebody that just didn't know. They didn't know how to communicate. Because whenever you being molested, you being hushed, you being traumatized. They cut your silence off when you being molested. When you being abused. When you being abused, they cut your silence off and you scared. But in some abuse, some people put up with abuse, getting with men that beat them because they seen their mother beat them. Then some men beat their women because they seen their father beat their mother. And then they grow up, that grows up anger. They put anger in children. And then they grow up. Just imagine, just think about how angry you are at your parents for doing something. Do you know how it feels to have a mother, but you're the mother and she's the daughter? Do you know how that feels to have your reverses switched? They didn't know no better. They didn't know no better. You being more of a mother than she is, and she's being a daughter. They didn't know no better. Those are cycles. Those are things. Those are curses. Those are things that happen to them that they didn't know why. And now you mad at your parents. You mad at your parents. You mad at don't be mad at your parents. Who you need to take it up with is your grandparents, because somebody let these spirits into the families. And then when you start having children, your baby daddy, your husband family, all that kind of your boyfriend, then you have to figure out what kind of dysfunctionalities that they bring it over into your family. And now everybody's mad at everybody because they didn't know how to communicate. How you think you get healed at the doctor? You just go to the doctor and just sit up there like you stupid and hurting? No, he gonna ask you, where are you hurting at? What is the pain level? How long you been hurting? I know sometimes, in the black culture, the black culture was good. Just go sit down and shut up. Now, I don't want to shut up. You need to tell me why. Because they was brought up on a different scale than what we bringing our children up. They was brought up on a slavery mentality scale. We didn't bring our children on a slave mentality scale because we know what worked and did not work. Now we got generation of mothers hating mothers, all because grandmother was traumatized, molested, abandoned, and rejected. Now grandmother, we're going to start with grandmother. Grandmother was rejected, abandoned, raped, molested. Now she has a daughter. Now her daughter carried, now she just dumped that. See, when you in a womb, when you in a room being born, all these blood vessels and everything is forming you. Everything is forming you. Your mentality. That's why when women pregnant, my grandma used to say, don't cry all the time because your baby gonna come out crying all the time. Because what goes here goes through your body. Why you think so many people, when they change their mind frame, their health has changed? So whenever you born and whatever that mother goes through or whatever that father put her through, it goes to the child. So if the father and the mother, your grandmother, we talk about the grandmothers. Grandmother was raped, molested, assaulted, beat, abused, abandoned, rejected. She have a daughter. Okay, she just dumped all that on her daughter. Now when her daughter grow up, now her daughter got feelings and emotions of why she feel rejected, why she feel abandoned, why people got this molest, they want to touch her all the time. She just dumped that on her daughter. Now that blood is in her daughter. You know how they say you could be born gay? You can. Like just like that. Just like that. It ain't God just made you gay. No. Born out of rejection, born out of molestation, born out of abandonment. That's how you be born with these bricks already. And then you grow up, you're trying to figure it out. That's why kids are so confused. How do an 8-year-old say, I don't want to be a dude, I won't want to be a man? They was born with these traits already. Molestation carries the spirit of homosexuality. Abandonment carries the spirit of loneliness. Rejection carries the spirit of can't trust nobody. Have you ever just wondered, like, dang, well, every time I get with somebody, you know what I'm saying? I just cut them off. I don't want to get close to nobody, because you're born with some of these things. And now you mad trying to figure out why you mad. You mad at your mother and trying to figure out why you mad at your mother, because her mother was mad at her. You mad at the dude. You mad at your father. You mad, bro, you mad at your daddy because he done left. But hell, he mad at his daddy because his daddy done left. And that's in that generational curse just keep on going, baby, till somebody break it. It's like a bouncing ball. Till somebody swipe it away. Who gonna change? Who gonna go get some answers? Now the millennials, they gonna ask some questions. No, I ain't doing that. They ain't scared. Now that generation is not scared. That generation, baby, they'll walk up to a police officer with a gun strapped to them like, hey, what you gonna do? They're not scared. It's because time goes over and over and over and over and over. They're not scared no more because they done seen how stupid mama was. They done seen how stupid daddy was and just kept on going and going and going. And then some of them wake up and say, man, I'm not going to do that. Why you think some of these basketball players, football players, these minorities done went and made it big because they looked at their parents and say, that's dysfunctional. That is so dysfunctional. That is so dysfunctional. And then they start wanting to change and they don't know how to change and they get frustrated. They get frustrated because if you have never went to therapy, I'm telling you, as an adult, as a woman, as a single mother, if you've never been to therapy, you're not healed. I don't care how many churches you go to. Oh, God gonna heal me, baby. If God was gonna heal you, he would have, baby, that ain't how that works. That ain't how that work. You got to put in some work. You don't work, you don't eat. You got to put in some work. He ain't gonna just fall on your head. Baby, you got to put on some work. You got to put on some work. You sick in the hospital, you got to put on some work. They said you're gonna die, you're gonna have a heart attack. You got to put in some work. You think God just gonna heal you like that? No, he can, but he gonna make you work for it. He gonna make, like when you go to college, you got to work for that degree. You can't just show up talking about I'm here one day. I'm here for one semester. Give me my degree. Now you got to work for it. Whatever you get, you got to work for it. This generational curses are real. That's why people are still mad at their parents and their parents dead. That's why people still mad at they mother and their father and won't even go around the corner. Brush, man, dude, ma'am, you 30, you 40, you 50. But I tell you this, same thing you doing to your mama, your children gonna do to you. Same thing you doing to your daddy gonna do to you. Your children gonna do to you. So you got to watch it. You got to break these curses. We are adults now. We can't be worried about what mama them did. Mama them was messed up. Mom and daddy was messed up from their parents. If y'all want to keep blaming y'all mom and daddy for stuff, you need to go, if your grandparents still alive, you need to go check your grandparents because that's where it started at. That's where it started at. Okay, grandma. Now I'm trying to figure out why mama do this and do this. I bet your grandma do it. I bet your grandma do it. Whatever your mama doing or your daddy doing, your grandma and grandpa taught them that. Your grandma and grandpa taught them that. Can you see Alicia? Because I don't see it freezing up. Y'all probably have to come to Facebook or YouTube. So in order to get healed, the Bible said if you don't forgive, He's not going to forgive you. He said, honor your mother and your father so you can live long. He didn't say honor your mother and your father if they bought you some Jordans. He didn't say honor your mother and father if she didn't mistreat you. He didn't say honor your mother and father if your father was in the house with you. He didn't say that. God needed you here. Even though he had to take you through the trenches and get you here through those people, he needed you here. So you need to free those people up out of your hearts. Why y'all keep holding on to people? Them people messed up. You mad at somebody just as messed up as you are. You mad at somebody just as messed up as you are. Free them people. Let them people go. And this is how you know when you start healing, really, really, really healing. When you can wish them well. You see them say, girl, let me pray for you. God bless her. Bless her and her children. When you know you're really healed when you can start blessing people's children. Lord, bless her children. Bless her finances. Bless her job. Bless her car, Lord. Bless her health. When you can really, really say that from your heart, then that's when you forgave somebody. I don't care what them people did. If they molested you, their mom and daddy molested them. If they abused you, their mom and daddy abused them. But we got to stop that somewhere. Because if you don't heal, look, if you don't heal, the pain won't go away. That's like a broken leg. When it heals, the pain leaves. You have to learn to heal for the pain can go away. I don't care what they did to you. Everybody is messed up. Everybody have dysfunctional. Don't look at just like the minorities. No, the white people too. They left their kids with nannies and slaves. They don't even know their own parents. That's why they can go in there and kill somebody, kill their parents, and be looking up in court like, what y'all gonna give me my sentence so I can go on in there to the jail, whatever? Because they don't have no connections. This is not a black and white, green or red issue. This is a human issue. We all are battling this somewhere in our life. Somewhere we missed it. Somewhere somebody dropped the ball. Somewhere somebody dropped the ball on us. But we can't hold them in hostage. The more you don't forgive, you can't be free in your mind, and God can't bless you like he want to bless you because you mad at these people that's been raised by slaves or slave owners. You still mad at them. Them people don't went on about their business. Them people don't went on about their business, baby, dealing with their own stuff. Dealing with their own stuff. Them people was in the cotton fields trying to survive, and you mad at them because their parents taught them they didn't have they did the best they could. We got to stop blaming people for what they did and look at your life, because your kids gonna blame you for how you messed up and why you ain't successful, why we living like this, and why you didn't do this. It's time to break that camel back. How you gonna get healed if you don't acknowledge the problem? People are scared to talk now. You better go talk. Look, mama, you hurt my feelings way back then. This is what I didn't like to do. You know, either if you're older, you got to go back and make that clean, because these people dying left and right, baby. I'm telling you, make it clean before they die so God can heal your heart and heal theirs too. So once they do pass on, they can rest in peace. You know how many mothers and fathers died and their heart was broken? And their heart was broken because they never got healed. They never got healed. They doing y'all parents did the best y'all could. They could. Now it's time for y'all to stand up. What are y'all doing for y'all children? We passing, you know, the older generation. Anybody past 60 years old, we done with them. Let them people live, baby. They on their way out. Let them people enjoy the rest of their life. Love them while they're here. Whatever happened, baby. If you want to know, go ask them people about their life. They have a story too. But they were silenced. Do you not understand? The baby booming generation was silenced. They was made to shut up. They was scared. They was in a time where slavery was going on. They had to hush. They couldn't express their feelings like us. They didn't have nobody to go to. Let them people rest. And if you have a problem with your parents, the baby boomers, 60s, 70s, and 80s, you need to go make it right. Them people did the best they can. And if they're angry, I'm gonna give you this. If they're angry, if your parents is angry, they're 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, they're still mad at their parents. And their parents been gone. If you find an older adult that's 50s, 60s, 70s, and on up, and they're still angry, they treat people mean and bitter, they're still angry at their parents. They're still angry at their parents. So bless those people. When Jesus died on the cross, he didn't do no sinning. He didn't do none of that. He said, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they did. They know not what they did. They don't even know who I was. See, some of y'all, people don't even know who you are. You the chosen child. You the generational curse breaker in your family. You the first millionaire in your family. You the one that makes things changes. God always send one person in the family to change that thing around. It's never too late. It is never too late. It is never too late to get it right. Just like it's never too late to go to heaven. Baby, you could have been the world's biggest murderer. If you on your deathbed and you say, Lord Jesus, forgive me, and mean it from your heart, baby, you going on up. You see how God is so good? Baby, I'm like Peter, I be done cut him off. You ain't going nowhere. Case closed. You know what I'm saying? But if God can forgive us for the things that we have done for people, and you mean to tell me you can't forgive them people? And you can't forgive them people? I'm telling you. What I'm telling you, reciprocity. Reciprocity means what you do, it happens to you. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap it. So however you treat somebody, they're gonna come back and treat you the same way. If you treat your kids crazy, cuss them out, all you so-and-sos and you this and that, guess what? Your butt gonna get old. Them kids gonna come back out there and start talking crazy to you. Like, baby, gonna put your butt in a nursing home. My grandma always used to tell me, watch how you talk to your kids and treat your kid, because them the ones gonna have to clean your butt. Them the ones that's gonna have to clean your butt. I'm telling you, it's the communication. If we learn to have communication, if we learn to go back and communicate, because the baby boomers, they were silenced, they were scared to talk. And then they raised children that were scared to talk. You know, they raised children that were scared to talk, but we're living in a society now. Millennials ain't scared to talk. They'll go up and slap their mom upside their head. But you know, that's because how they was trained. Because if mine did, I probably wouldn't even be on this live right now. I'd probably be in the penitentiary. But, you know, I had to make a shift. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it by yourself. Like the older people say, it takes a village to raise children. It takes a village. I didn't know that some of the things that I knew when my kids were younger. God started putting people in my path to help me. Y'all don't have to do this by yourself. Why y'all thinking I'm coming on here? Why y'all think I built this series to help people? I know people hurting. We living in a hurting world. America is hurting. America been hurting. But they just had a cover over it. But now it's been exposed, and people's true colors, people's true feelings, people's true heart is really been exposed now. How people really feel about each other. You see how God shut everything down? How he shut the world down last year? The millionaires, billionaires, y'all can't do nothing. We can't do the millionaires, billionaires, poor, middle class. Everybody was on the same playing field. We all looking at each other like, what's going on? Is we gonna die? What? You know, we all on the same playing field. Because he had to wake people up. You see how bold people are now? You see how people got their voice back now? You see how people telling people, nah, man, I ain't loved you in 10 years. And walking out and divorcing, nah, man, I'm not working at this job for no $5 and $6 no more. I had to then, but now that God has showed me something different, I'm not going to do it. You know, sometimes you got to go through a situation. Sometimes you got to go through a traumatic situation to change you, to make you a better person. Everything that you don't went through whenever you was younger, if you ever forgive, God will bless you tremendously, because he gonna use that same story to you gonna have to go out into the world and make a whole bunch of money. My mom on here, she said I used to talk all the time. You talk too much. You know why she used to say that? Because she was silenced. And I wasn't. I was free. I was free to be expressive. She know I was free to be expressive. Sheila, you talk too much. But she didn't know that calling God had on my life, that he was going to use me to speak and get paid. See, you got to pay attention to your children. I don't blame my mother because she didn't know. She was too busy fighting her daddy and trying to get up out of her house. Your parents was too busy trying to fight to get away from uncles and brothers and cousins and people fondling with them. They didn't have a chance to learn anything. And then when they got a chance to be out and be free, they didn't know how to really be free. Just like when Juneteenth came, Texas, the South was the only people who weren't free. They knew it, but they didn't know how to be free. And that's how a lot of people are. You heal, but you don't know how to be healed. That's when you break your leg or something happened, or when you get a divorce. Like people be in marriages for so long, a relationship for so long, and then when they get out, they don't know what to do. Just like when you have children and they grow up, and now you're an empty nester. You're like, dang, what am I supposed to do? It's because you never lived. It's time to live. Forgive and live. Forgive and live. That's all we can do. God said forgive them 70 times, 70 times, 77, 7. So we just forgive them for live. Forgive and live. Forgive and live. Y'all make sure y'all share this to y'all pages, because baby, I'm really going in for y'all. We're going to get healed. We got to get healed. We got to get healed somewhere in our hearts, because if not, we done raised up a bunch of goofballs. They ain't scared of nothing. They just want to hustle. You know, they don't have no structure. Nobody did, and nobody didn't, okay, do it this way. Don't do it that way. Man, I did it like that. They daddy still selling dope. They daddy still a pimp playing hustle. They mama smoking and drinking with them. Like, you know, what happened? You know, what happened? But, you know, I give y'all this. And y'all a pen in the paper. I give y'all this. And this is the prayer I want you to pray of your children every day. Y'all write this down. Get y'all a pen and paper. When y'all be coming on my live, y'all better get these nuggets, baby. Because I'm telling you what God, and I'm a single parent, y'all. 4 children, 4 baby daddies, and God done been so good to me. But even though my son didn't have a man, and see, I was one of them people that back in my laying up days. Back in my laying up days, see, I ain't letting dudes come in and out of my house. No, baby, I'm on Section 8. You ain't. I be danged. I'm let you lay up here. These people paying. No. You go stay at your own house. But anyway, I didn't let people come in and men's come in and over my kids. I don't know what kind of spirit you have. Like I said, no. Watch them people that come in and over your kids, because baby, Tyrone line to be funneling your kid at night. And you know how many women are choose a man over their children? Oh no, baby, you got to get up out of here. You got to get up out of here. But I just want to tell y'all on this. This is what I pray over my kids, and been praying it for a while. And my kids will get people, because my kids is real soft-hearted and kind, and, you know, they loving, because, you know, that's how I brought them up. When I was a stay-at-home mom, I took advantage of that stuff, that Section 8 and food stamps, and got me a business. See, I took advantage of that stay-at-home, because I was a chef and everything. I was making them kids lamb chops, and, you know, we had made, you know, people coming in while the kids, I let them clean, and then I used to have somebody come in too, but I had to, you know, train up a child in the way they should go. But anyway, this is what I pray over my kids every day. My kids be wondering why people come in their life and they have friends and then they don't, or they'll try to get a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and they don't. Write this down. I tell God, Lord, if there's any people, places, or things that's going to harm my children, please remove it. I say, Lord, if it's any people, anybody around them, places that they go, because we don't know where the hell our kids be going. I'm telling you, because our parents didn't know where we were going. Are things that's going to harm my children, please remove it. And I say this prayer all the time, every day. Lord, if it's any people, because I got to make sure I nip all of it in the bud. I just don't want to say people, places, because they could be going somewhere. Are things that's going to harm my children, please remove it. And you know, to this day, kids, my kids can't keep they'll get people come around, they'll stay around for a little bit, and then they'll leave. They'll get people come around then they'll leave. Or my kids go somewhere like, oh no, mom, we just didn't feel right. Because I pray that prayer all the time. We got to pray over our kids because we don't know what they get into. Whatever your prayers go where you can't go. Your prayers can do what you can't do, baby. I ain't physical state. Baby, I used to have a daughter that runs away all the time. And you ain't gonna go catch it for what? I don't want nothing that don't want me. Mama, daddy, children, dogs, man. I don't want nothing that don't want me. They said, I said, baby, I prayed for and kept on going. Stop letting people emergencies become your urgency. Oh, such and such. Oh, I got to get up. Oh, I can't. Oh, my baby didn't come home. Oh, I can't sleep. You think I'm finna mess up my sleep? Trying to mess up my beauty? All because of God's child. He told me to train up a child in the way they should go. He told me to pray for them. God didn't tell me to chase no child. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And he'll add all these things. He told me to seek him. He didn't tell me to go seek them things. So that's why I tell God, Lord, any people, places, or things around my children that don't mean them no good, please remove them. And go to bed. Don't be worried about them children. God got them. Baby, I'm not God. God is God. Sometimes you just got to let stuff go. If you want a peace. Like I tell my mom all the time, I'm 43 years old. And I really, about 2 years ago, I really going through my little homelessness and losing stuff and all that. I got some complete peace. I had to go through what I had to go through to get through where I was trying to go. And I see it now. And the way my peace is set up now, baby, please. Kids could be fighting in the next room. They could be stabbing themselves in the next room. Baby, that is not my battle. Sometimes you need to choose your battles. You got high blood pressure because you worried about everybody else. For what? I don't want no high blood pressure, no diabetes, want to be obese, none of that. So I'm not going to put no more pressure on me because I'm not God. Are you God? Why are you worried about all them people? Why you got anxiety for all them people? You're supposed to be worried about you. He said, beloved, be in good health. Is your soul, is it healthy? So he worried about your health. He said, I pray, I can't get the scripture right. I pray that you be in good health. So God needs you healthy. He don't need you worrying, putting all that stress on you, because all high blood pressure is, y'all, if y'all got a lot of anxiety and you worried about a lot of things and your pressure is up because you can't do nothing about it. To get your pressure down, leave them people alone and start eating healthy. Get off that grease. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to encourage y'all. I'm just trying to, trying to get you healed. Trying to get you healed. We coming down this street. Men, women, your man going through something. Your husband going through something he ain't told you about. Have you really just sat down and know his feelings, know his heart, just know him. Just know him. I don't want one day I'm going to get married, but I don't want no husband can't talk to me. Oh, baby, what's wrong? Ooh, nothing. No, baby. Hey. Come here, sir. If you got to write it on a piece of paper to me, because I don't need that pressure to build up. See, a man that gets so much pressure on them, and they'll either start lashing out mentally, physically, or just financially, or into some drugs or something like that. You got to learn how to take care of your husband or y'all men. Talk to these people. If they can't talk, oh no, he don't want to get counseling. Well, you better find you. This is what I pray for my son. Lord, send my son a good mentor to help him mentally, physically, and financially, emotionally. Sometimes you got to bring people in. You got to bring people in. You just pray, let God handle it. And I prayed, I said, Lord, let somebody come in and help me with my son. God's son, a pastor. He's son, another father that has some sons. That's my son age, and they all best friends to this day. My son got longevity friends that he done had for a long time. You know, you got whatever you need, God to put in your plate, put in place for you. He know you hurting, but he just wants you to talk to him about it. But don't keep on talking to God about, oh, he hurt me. God told you to leave him alone. Oh, I don't know why she keep doing me like that. God told you to leave her alone. Everybody's not going to be raised like you. When you start getting in a relationship, now you got okay, you dysfunction. Now you got to see what kind of dysfunction he bringing into you. And whatever if y'all get married, y'all marrying dysfunction that y'all have to break. These curses y'all have to break. And then like me, I can understand why God then, had me to be moved away, and I could never get settled with my baby daddies. I stayed with them jokers. When I had a baby this month, this year, and I went and had we stayed for a long time. Then we had, then I moved on because I knew where I was going. He had a calling. When God have a calling and have something for you to do, he will make your life, he will make it where it's uncomfortable. You can't never get entwined with somebody. Yeah, you might marry, then you're going to get divorced. You ain't going to be happy if God told you to get into it. And if you was raised with God in your heart, or you become a born again believer after, because some of these women or some of these men get in these relationships and they love God and they husband don't. And they husband don't. And if you keep reading your Bible, I don't know what scripture it is, he said you can leave. Never let nobody make you feel unworthy. Unworthy. Because when you start feeling unworthy, that gives you low self-esteem. That gives you low self-esteem. Can you just imagine our parents, the baby boomers, they had so much low self-esteem, putting up with abuse, men beating on them, putting up on men having hundreds of kids on them, just nasty. Because you know why? Because they came from dysfunction and didn't know no better or seen that. And so they thought that was normal. Sometimes people's dysfunctional seems normal to them. My children thought I was so dysfunctional to them. Oh, mama, you did this. Oh, mama, you did that. Until they really had to go over until some other people, children, and stay all night and be around them and be around their families. And all my kids come back and say, "Ooh, mama, our life wasn't that bad. My daughter ran away. 16 years old, ran away, went to the hood. This the bonnet ran. She ain't never seen me have no bonnet on outside, no house shoes, just hood, just want to be hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Just, how them rebellion kids just want to be hoodie. Man, she went to the hood. Them people, she sitting there got to talking, and them people tell her, you don't belong here. Oh, my mama this. My mom wrote a book. Well, why you here in the hood? They looking at her like you don't belong there. And that's how people get to looking at you when you don't belong, because their dysfunctional is normal. And you looking at it like, bro, we don't walk around our mothers and daughters with no shirt on, or when we come through the house, we speak to elders. That's normal to us. Not just, we don't come in there bringing our, smoking dope with our parents. That's dysfunction. Sometimes people's dysfunctional is normal to them until you really go around dysfunctional people. Then you will say, "Ooh, I sure appreciate my mama them." I tell my mama all the time. I said, "Baby, I sure appreciate you." She didn't know what she was doing when she was dragging us to church. She was dragging us to church, sleeping on it. I'm Concordic, Church of God in Christ, all YPWW and all that, all night long kind of church. But she didn't know what she was doing. But see, she's blessed now. Most of her friends and people around her she grew up with dead or sick in a nursing home somewhere. And my mama just still perking. I said, see, God gave you longevity. It's because what you did. She used to go pick up other people's children and bring them to church. You hear me? Other people's children bring them to church while they at home with their dudes. I said, see there, mama, you was bringing other people to church to get saved and see how God blessed you. I said, baby, I wouldn't change it regardless of what we went through. I said, I would not change it. I would not change it. You think your family is dysfunctional till you really see what dysfunctional is. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, probably got okay now. Yeah, I take the bitter with the sweet. Take the bitter with the sweet. Take the bitter with the sweet. If you had your grandmother, if y'all had y'all grandmother and y'all had y'all mother, that's 2 generational. You shouldn't be ignorant. I'm gonna tell you now, you shouldn't be ignorant. Just start thinking about what did grandma do and how did mama do it, and then you put your twist on it. Okay, she did it like that. Okay, she ended up like that. Okay, mama did it like that. She ended up like that. Okay, I'm gonna do what grandma did on this side. Okay, mama, I like the way she did this, and then put your own twist to it. Put your own twist to it. But you gotta think. You gotta go back and think. You know, they did the best they could. Don't be faulting on people for what they did and could not give you and this and that. Because you know what? To be honest, some of y'all are living the dreams that y'all parents prayed for. I'm gonna say that again. Some of y'all living the dream life that your parents actually prayed for. And they didn't get it because they didn't have the tools to get it. In order to get the things that you want in life, to get your dreams and your goal, you have to have a mindset shift. In order to have a mindset shift, you have to come out of the hood. You got to come out of the ghetto. You got to come out of the country. You got to come out and go into a different circle of people. You got to go to the unfamiliar. You got to go to the unfamiliar in order to do the things that you want to do. You know how many and some of y'all know how much y'all parents sacrificed for you to be in a position to live like you did. To live like you did. Yes, it was dysfunctional. They did the best they could. But you had clothes, you went to school, you graduated, you probably even went to college. But now, okay, the things that you missed over here, you do better with your children. You communicate better. You tell your children your story. I tell my kids my story all the time. I tell my kids my story all the time. What I did in first grade, how I used to beat up a little boy. Yeah, what I did in I think in junior high when somebody had called me a black bee and I had to beat him up in front of the kids. How I had to wear one pair of shoes all through the year because of my parents had a whole bunch of kids they couldn't afford to buy it. You know, I tell my kid I used to play basketball and this and that. You have to have a relationship with your kid. My kids know me as LaSheila Holmes. They just don't know me as mom, the provider, the lady that's gonna help make a way, her and God. No, they know me as LaSheila Holmes. My grandbaby even said the other day, he's 6 years old. He talking about, Grand, I know your name, LaSheila Holmes. I said, who told you? I said, well, go on then. So I got to make sure my grandbaby had a legacy because the Holmes gonna live forever and ever and ever. The name will. The name will. The name will. So I just come here to, just to encourage you guys tonight. You know, I'm doing a series on, how to heal from a relationship and the parent issues, and also if y'all haven't, before I go, I just need 10 minutes, probably about 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Let me tell y'all about this. If y'all having problems with y'all baby daddies, y'all baby mama, free them people. Why would you want somebody in your children's life that don't want them? Why would you want somebody in your children's life that can harm them? What if you open up your eyes and shut your legs in your heart to what he did to you, and you can see God keeping that man away from you and your children to save your child? God told me that a long time ago. He said, free them. See, I wasn't the type of baby mama. See, I was a baby. If anybody had, I have the best baby daddies. They ain't never do nothing, but they were the best baby daddies. And I was the best baby mama anybody could have wanted in the world. Baby, go on about your business. I ain't calling you. We good over here. We good over here. If you having problems with your baby daddy or your baby mama, free them people. Let them people go. Quit making people spend time with your child that they don't want to. Because it's going to take one time that you're going to send your child over to one of them dysfunctional people's house, and they going to mess your child up, and you going to be mad the rest of your life. A woman told me that. She said, quit, because I was me, baby. I was that type, and I'm gone. You hear me? That ain't nobody. My dog was getting rowdy. So I was that type to leave. Knock, gone. Knock, gone. A woman said, quit doing that, because you could be dropping your kids off to some dangers. You could be dropping your child off and they can get molested. You could be dropping your child out and they putting dope in their body. You could be dropping your child out. So if you got a baby daddy or baby mama that you mad at, you hate them, leave them dysfunctional people alone. Leave them dysfunctional people alone. Let me give you this other little tip, because I'm going to get out, because I don't want to hold y'all too late, because, I keep going. God told me to look. There's two things I'm going to tell you. Leave them people alone. Free them. I pray for my baby daddies every day. I said, Lord, bless my baby daddies. Bless them whatever they do. Whoever they with. Bless them with good wives and homes and jobs and cars. Bless them. The Bible said, pray for your enemy. Bless those that mistreated you. So I bless those men. And God say, how can a mother be a mother if she was never mothered? I'm saying it again. How can a mother be a mother if she was not mothered? Say, how can he be a father if he was never fathered? Say it again, ladies. How can he be a father to your children when his daddy was not in his life? The Bible, God told me, he said, they couldn't be a father to your children like I needed them to be, because your children are special children. Children are very special, and God do not play with children. If you let me tell you why. Let me tell you, man. Ooh, this is good. You know why? If you look at your baby daddies and you really, really mad at them, free them, man, in your heart. Another thing God told me to look at, he said, look at your baby daddies now. Every man that does not take care of a child, when they get older, they are not going to be well. God said, look at your baby daddies. I have the first one is alcoholic, straight alcoholic, went to college, straight alcoholic. The next one, lost his mind, don't know if he coming or going, need to go to a mental institute. The next one, sickly, got gout. And the last one done had a stroke. And all these people ain't number 40 and 50 years old. Baby, that ain't no curse. That ain't nothing. But free them and let God do his work. Because God, when you get to messing with women and children, baby, God to do some things to them people, baby. You think God gonna let that man be successful and go out? Yeah, he might be successful. He gonna be miserable with it. You think God gonna allow him to have a better life than his child has? That ain't the way our God set up, baby, because it's reciprocity. What you sow, you shall reap, baby. What he sowed, he gonna reap, baby. Everything he did, he gonna, and it's vice versa, women too, because it's some nasty, trifling women too that done left their kids, don't care nothing about their kid, but you gotta bless them because that's how they was raised. How you gonna get, I tell my kids, this is how I tell my kids about their fathers. I said, when you go to school and they always have that special class for the mental retarded, the mental challenged, the mental ill, and when they walk down the hall, you can't just go hit them back of the head. They might start hollering or beating books on the wall and stuff. You can't harm them because you already know that they're mental. So you have to look at your kid's father, your mother of your children. You have to look at their mental. How can you as an individual, knowing that God watching you, be mean to somebody that's mental? They're mental. They just don't know. Have compassion and keep moving. You laid down and had them kids. He was mental when you laid down with him. When I got to thinking like, dang, this dude was kind of retarded already. I wouldn't study nothing. Baby, I'm probably on some good blunt weed, baby, because I smoke weed. And then when you start putting all that stuff in your mind, is not your mind. You don't have the mindset. You don't have the mindset. You just having fun, doing what you want to do. Those are the consequences of sin. That's a consequence of a sin. Because the Bible said, sin stain. Those are just the consequences. Those are just the consequences of having babies out of wedlock. You're going to be a single mother. You're going to have to pick the kids up. You're going to get tired. You got to work all the time. That's just part of being a single mother, baby. God said, get you a husband, a good one, and raise your kid. But it is what it is, but you can't, at the end of the day, forgive them people and free those people. Free those people so God can bless you. I'm telling you, when you free those people, God, I'm telling you, that's why I was successful. You can ask anybody in my family. I was the to-go-to house. My house was a home. The people gave me some free, baby. I didn't need no dude. The baby daddy didn't want to help, baby. They gave me some Section 8 and me some food stamps. I took that, baby, and I flipped it. I got me a business. I started going to school. I started educating myself. Stop worrying about them people. And you ain't got what you got? What kind of accolades you gonna tell? What kind of legacy you leaving? If you sitting up here right now worried about Johnny over there with Kim and Sue, she retarded, he retarded, he dumb and she dumb, and you worried about these people, what are you leaving your children? We ain't got no time to be worried about mom and daddy and grandma or what they did. Baby, I'm too busy worrying about hospitals and schools and prison rehabs and all that kind of. What is y'all leaving y'all children other than gotta pay for y'all funeral? Now, if y'all keep that in y'all mind, what kind of legacy I'm setting up for my kids, you will forgive quickly and let them people go. I'm telling you, your blessings are tied up in the forgiving of people that really hurt you. When you really, really forgive them people's already messed up. How can you really be mad at somebody that's mentally ill? Because what they did to you, somebody did to them. So, I hope this was a blessing to y'all. Y'all share this off to y'all pages because somebody probably needs to hear this. And, somebody just probably everybody needs to hear this, to be honest, because somebody is going through something in some type of relationship. Everybody is going through. If y'all haven't listened to my other ones, I usually come on Tuesdays, then Thursdays, because I'm doing a series for the whole month of October to how to heal from a relationship. From your exes, your parents, yourself. We working this thing on down. Yesterday I had my own coaching meeting because baby, I have a relationship coach. Baby, I have a business coach. I have I have a health and wealth coach. I have all kinds of coaches because I got to get this thing right. And you need them too. If you don't have people pouring into your life, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry. If you don't have people pour, you got to invest back into yourself. See, God want to see what you're going to do for you. Yes, it's going to cost you some money. Yes, it's the same thing like you go buy your weed. You go buy that wig on your head. You go buy them purses. You go buy everything. But quit putting $500 on top of your head and put it in your brain and watch God do some things. Watch he open up some doors. Watch this. See, I'm giving y'all something that you have to go pay therapy for. You go sit on a couch for. So I'm just, I'm just honored that God gave me wisdom, and he done brought me over with me and my children as a single mother, as an entrepreneur, as an author. So I just want you guys to be blessed. I want us to be healed. I want us to be healed, y'all, because a lot of y'all is not going to go to therapy, and this is going to be the best therapy that y'all can get. This is a whole course. I'm just coming on here. This is the overflow. What I got in the course go deep. Just the overflow. I really break it down in the course. Y'all could in Facebook, if you want to know some more information, hit that link up at the top. On Instagram, it's in my bio. On YouTube, it's the same thing. But you got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in yourself if y'all want to see what I have going on. But I have resources to help y'all get over. My thing is single mother, because I've been a single mother, so I know how I feel. It ain't nothing that you done going through, trying to go through. It probably be some stuff because I ain't never had to fight. That's why I said my baby daddy was good father, because they went on about their business. See, I didn't have to fight for my children and be all in court all the time, and they trying to take my kids. I'm so glad my baby daddy's left. I'm so glad, because if they knew that God was going to bless me the way he did, baby, they probably would have been fighting me for my children. Now I'm paying child support to them, but God is so good. So I just, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow it was my regular scheduled time to come on. We're going to dig deep into some more of this as well. If you guys want to come on, so I'll send out another I'll send out some stuff on social media. But I appreciate you guys for coming in. Share it to y'all pages. Don't be stingy. Just sow a seed. See there? Just sow a seed so God can bless you, because what you do for somebody else, God will do for you. If y'all have any questions, or if y'all have any topics y'all want me to talk about through this healing process, just drop them down in the comments. I will see them. But until next time, guys, be blessed. Go have a prosperous night. And just remember, in order to heal, in order to heal, you got to let it go. And if you don't let it go, if you don't heal from this, the pain will not go away. In order for the pain to go away, you got to heal your heart, freedom people, and set your soul free, and let them people be free. But until next time, guys, be blessed, and I love you guys.